1150 and 97.5 KRMS.
Had to be dead in jail. I think they might have made that promo for me. Ryan Vanderhoof doing the Ozarks today. And we're going out live to Hollywood, California right now. I'm bringing a celebrity guest here on my inaugural show. We've got Presley Cash on the line, local celebrity from right here in Osage Beach. Presley, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Fantastic. Having a great time doing the show this afternoon. Sounds like you can talk well, fresh out of dentist appointment, so nothing horrible, I guess, there.
Yeah, not really, but I had a little problem and then I had to go back to the dentist, but I'm here for the interview.
Well, I gotta love you for that. I guess we'll introduce you to people in the audience that might not know what you've been up to lately. You're from Osage Beach, and how long have you been out in Hollywood?
I've been out here for 7 years.
Well, so you've been kicking it since you're about to turn what?
I'm going to turn 15 June 13th.
Yeah, I've seen on Facebook earlier you had a birthday coming up, or seen that you had posted something there. So, but you've already done several things out there trying to make it in Hollywood. You've been featured in Taylor Swift's Mean video. You're in that one. I know you've even got a song on iTunes.
Yeah, I have a song on iTunes called Broken Heartland, and it's to help the Joplin tornado victims, and all the proceeds are going to help the relief there. And I wrote the song, and I'm singing the song, and it's only 99 cents, and when you're buying it, it's really going to the victims. So go buy it on iTunes.
There you go. We got Presley Cash and Broken Heartland on iTunes. You can get that and still help out Joplin, which is still a lot of cleanup and things going on down there. Taylor Swift's Mean featured in there. Tell us a little bit about what you do in there, and if they look that up, where they can find you in it.
Okay, well, you can go on YouTube. It's on there, Taylor Swift Mean, and I was the star of the video, and it was so much fun. I was the chippy cheddar girl, and at the end, I was the CEO with a college degree on the wall, and it's a song and a video about being bullied and bullying and overpowering the bullies and, succeeding, but you were bullied in the beginning, and it was such a great project to work on, and Taylor was so sweet, and it was such an amazing experience, and I'm so thankful that I got that experience.
Yeah, and then did that video win any awards at any of the award shows? I know it was up for several things here a couple of months ago, but...
Yeah, it was up for several awards, and, Video of the Year, but this one thing, Red Solo Cup one, I'm like, well, I can't argue with that, because I love that song, and I'm, obsessed with the video. So I was just lucky to be in that category, and it was a real honor to even be, up for the award.
So you're not ribbing on Toby Keith for Red Solo Cup at all? I've not seen the video for I know the song, but I have not seen the video of it. But
I love that song. That's the best song, especially when you're at the Lake of the Ozarks, just hanging out. I love that song.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people blasting it on their boats and whatnot this summer.
Yeah.
A lot of red Solo Cups in the bottom of Party Cove, probably. But anyways, I know just a few weeks back I've been following you on Facebook, and you posted some YouTube videos. You and your mom were on Anderson Cooper's show not too long ago, and they kind of misled you on what they were going to talk about on the show. Is that right?
Yeah, it was crazy. One day, I was back home in Missouri for Easter, and, just hanging out at my house, and my mom gets a call from one of the directors of the film, the Hollywood Complex documentary I was in, and she's like, Anderson Cooper wants you to be on his daytime talk show, and my mom's, screaming outside, we're like, oh my God, what are you doing about it? And she comes in, she's like, we're going to be on Anderson Cooper, and we're, freaking out, my niece and nephew are there, and we're just freaking out, and we had 6 or 7 pre-phone interviews, and, the producers were like, we want this to be a great trip for you. We got a free trip to New York and a free trip back to LA. They said, we're going to, put you up. We're going to, pay for your food. It's going to be awesome, and it's going to be a great experience. So they understood. And we had about 7 pre-phone interviews, and even up to hair and makeup, they were going over what they were going to say. They had a script in their hand of everything that was going to happen. And it seemed pretty amazing. We're going to be on the Anderson Cooper show, and they were going to ask us about the Mean video and how successful I am and how great it is to follow your dreams. And even before the show, they said, Anderson wants to extend your segments. So we're like, wow, this is awesome. But we thought it was kind of weird that Anderson didn't meet us before the show. And then we got on, and they just tore us apart. And it was I couldn't even believe it. It was horrible.
Yeah,
and they tricked us into doing the show.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty low down and dirty, I would think. That they're, of course, did they put you up in the plaza or anything like that?
Well, they put us up in the Hudson Hotel, and it was a pretty nice hotel, but, I mean, I'm not going to talk about that part.
That wasn't the bad thing, but yeah, I saw the video clips on YouTube, and I don't even know who. I'm not even familiar with the lady that was on there, but she's just ripping you and your mom for, being out there following your dreams, and they're like, oh, what about college? You should be in school, and I'm sitting there going, okay, and like, who are you and what's your expertise on this? Is what I was thinking watching the whole thing.
Yeah, it didn't make sense that she was there because she was the judge on America's Next Top Model. I'm not a model. I'm an actor and a singer, and I'm trying to fulfill my dreams in LA. She's from New York. I don't even know why she was chipping in on the conversation, and everything she would say would be mean. She even slammed my mom's marriage and said, you don't even love your husband. She was bad-talking, the Lake of the Ozarks, and I was just horrified at it. And, but we did take the coffee mugs, the Anderson Cooper coffee mugs that we drank out of on the talk show. So
like, I got ripped on Anderson Cooper, and all I got was this stupid coffee mug.
Yeah. Well, he's lucky I didn't break it on stage or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, but that had to be hard to sit there and not want to make some. I'd be wanting to make some smart comments back, and it probably wouldn't have been pretty if that was me in that picture or in that situation.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. My mom said, something came over her, and she was calm. And me, we couldn't believe what was going on. We just were, like, looking at all these seas of people. There was probably, like, 200 people in the audience, 250. Anderson rips into us. Kelly rips into us. I tried to talk, and a lot of the mean stuff was cut out, okay? It was cut out of the show. And it was worse than what aired, and we were just sitting there, and this was our first talk show experience. We were excited. We were like the little puppy dogs, and then the little puppy dogs get in the corner and get kicked. And I don't know why we didn't say anything mean. I guess, I don't know, something just got into our heads, and we were just shocked and flabbergasted, and, all the way to the limo, to the plane rides to LA, I was crying, and we were like, everyone was hearing about Anderson Cooper, and we were on a gas corner. So, I mean, I don't know what possessed them to do that. I mean, and I even started crying on the show. I mean, they were ripping into my mom and dad for letting me fulfill my dreams, and I just thought it was horrible. And then when I tried to stand up for my parents, Anderson was like, stop talking, we want to hear from your mom. So basically, I wasn't allowed a voice on the show, and it really disappoints me. Yeah,
you really didn't get to say anything, and they're sitting there ripping on you like she needs her mom was just kind of sharing a small apartment out there in LA, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm sitting there going, my thought on the whole thing was, why are they going to rip on somebody for how they live, and they're going out and trying to fulfill their dreams, and they're not hurting anybody. You're not hurting anybody else. There's not anything. You're not cutting anybody else down, and you guys did. You and your mom did handle that really, probably a lot better than I ever would have on something like that.
People that know my mom are like, what? Why didn't you start screaming and turn it into Jerry Springer? And we're just like, I don't know. Something came over us, and we were calm, and we were just like, yeah, beat us some more. Kick us.
I guess that Taylor Swift video had an effect on me. It took the message of Taylor Swift's mean to heart.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. You've got another show that you're going to be on coming up this Monday night on TMC. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I was in a documentary a couple years ago with Academy Award-winning directors Dan Sturman and Dylan Nelson, and it's called The Hollywood Complex. It's on Netflix streaming live, and it's going to be on TMC this Monday. And it's just a documentary about how hard it is to get into the business and all the ups and downs and twists and turns and your way to Candyland, basically. That's like the goal, basically, is to reach that success that you want. And it really just captures that in the movie. And I think it's a really good message about fulfilling your dreams. And Anderson Cooper should have got that message because apparently he watched it before we went on the show. So that's why we were on Anderson, is the Hollywood Complex. So anybody out there listening, you can watch that tonight. And yeah, and
is it on
Anderson Cooper on YouTube too?
Is that Hollywood Complex, is that on tonight or is that on a Monday?
Monday.
Monday, June. Yeah, we were talking about that. See, we did one pre-phone interview before the show, not 7, and so far I haven't turned any tables on you, have I?
No.
But so that's Monday on TMC. I think at 7 o'clock our time.
Mhm.
Okay, so look for that on TMC, and well, they want to find your Anderson Cooper videos on YouTube instead of they hadn't blocked Facebook from me here at the studio. I'd link them up on the station Facebook page, but what do they need to search in for YouTube if they want to find those videos on there?
Well, you go to YouTube and you type in Anderson Cooper's Daytime Talk Show. You go to his channel and then just scroll down his videos and you'll see me and my mom, and I look like really colorful and my mom looks like shocked. So that's where you go, and there's about 3 videos on there.
Okay, so it should be pretty easy to find on YouTube and find Presley Cash, and of course iTunes as well, for the Broken Heartland song, and help out the tornado victims in Joplin. Still a lot of, and so I hear you're coming back to the lake this week.
Yeah, I'm going back on Monday. I'm so excited. My birthday's June 13th, and I'm just so excited to get back to the lake and, be on hillbilly time.
instead of Central Time. All right. Well, thanks for being on the show. We might get a hold of you when you get back in town. Maybe have you actually in the studio or something.
Awesome. That'd be great. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Well, thanks for being a part of the inaugural broadcast here of Hoof on the Ozarks today.
No problem.
All right, Presley Cash out there in Hollywood, making dreams come true. It's the Ozarks today on News Talk 1150 97.5 KRMS.